All right, welcome to Fox 8 Extra. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Stefani Schaefer. You know, we say it all the time here, and we truly, truly mean it. We are family here at Fox 8. We are so blessed to work with each other. We say it all the time, but we really mean it. And it's not often that sometimes these two worlds collide, of the morning crew and the evening crew, but hey, guess who's here? Our worlds collide today, and we welcome Joe Toohey.
Hi.
It's great to see you.
Thank you for having me. It's weird being in front of a camera at this hour.
I know, normally, I can't say sleeping because, you are a father, you do a ton of other stuff, but yeah, it's great to have you here today.
Thank you. Yeah, normally, I'm up in the 6 o'clock hour with my 2-year-old, but it's great. I'm good.
So let's talk about the rundown. If you haven't met Joe, he's been new to our station over the last 5 years. And I remember when you moved here, I was so excited because I'm friends with your sister.
Yes, my sister Jen.
Jen Toohey, you may know her on the radio, and she's done a lot here at Fox 8 too over the years.
Yes, even still, just a woman I was checking out at the grocery store last week, and a woman was like, okay, I'm sorry to ask you this, but are you related to Jen Toohey? I was like, I am. Jen's my sister. That's great. So everyone loves Jen, knows Jen. She's the best.
She is the best.
Yeah.
So I also love how when you first came here, you had a lot going on in your life. Was like couldn't have been more crazy at the time. But it's also really neat. You did not grow up here.
I did not. No. I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half away. I went to John Carroll, so I had that Cleveland connection. But my wife and I were in New York City. And we got pregnant. She got pregnant, and we had the baby at the end of May, and then we moved to Cleveland 2 weeks later. Put the brand new baby in the car and drove halfway across the country.
Brand new baby, brand new job, brand new city,
brand new
state, new house.
I never owned cars. We were in New York City. We didn't have a car. All of that needed to be figured out in the middle of the pandemic. Yeah, right.
Yes.
It was. My wife makes the joke. She's like, I don't even remember deciding to move to Cleveland. Like, I was pregnant, everything was crazy, and we're here.
You woke up here.
It was great. Yeah, and it was.
But I think too, the wild thing is because you didn't grow up in Cleveland, but as he mentioned, he did go to John Carroll here. But that you both have so much family here.
Yeah, my wife, that's kind of one of the things when we were dating that connected us. We met in Washington, D.C., but she was like, oh, I mentioned John Carroll, my family's here, my brother and sister, and she's like, oh, her dad is from Sandusky, her mom is from Chardon, so she would come back to Cleveland as a kid, so Cleveland became this, like, home base for us that we would, come back to Cleveland and visit when we were out of town. I proposed in Lakewood Park over there, so Cleveland was a central spot for us, and that's where, when we had the baby, we knew we wanted to raise a family here. Well,
it's, we call ourselves Cleveland's own, but we definitely, I mean, you count. Because you have so many great connections here to Cleveland.
Yeah, and now my whole family is here. My parents, my brother, my sister, and, we're my personal family. We're raising a family here. So Cleveland is, I'm Cleveland's own now.
If I wasn't before. Stuck.
Yeah. And now I'm
And then the other thing, which is funny, because you said your parents actually moved here.
Yes.
In their retirement.
Yeah, like 3 years ago now. I make the joke they're like the only people to retire somewhere colder, to Northeast Ohio. But they're on the west side. They're by my brother and sister. We're on the east side, but they love being by the grandparents and everything. So my whole family's here now. We're all
a blessing.
Cleveland through and through.
And then, so when you first came, you had a little newborn baby. I remember we had you on the morning show when we were talking about this and showing these gorgeous pictures of this newborn little, like, 1 month old.
Yes.
And now you guys have been busy the last 5 years, because that's doubled now.
Yeah, we have Hayes, who's turning 5 next month.
And I love her name. Tell us about that.
Hayes, yeah, it's my wife's grandmother's maiden name, Hayes, and it just felt really right.
It's beautiful.
And now that we know her, she's totally a Hayes. We had other names you think of, and then you have your kid. She has now her personality, and we see her like, oh, you could never be one of the other names we were thinking of. You were always Hayes.
And then now Hayes is a big sister.
Yeah, and Hayes is a big sister. Van is our son. He's turning 2 in June. And he is the best, but also he's a terror right now. Everything in the house needs to be explored and broken and thrown and smashed.
Well, and I love his name too. Is beautiful.
Van, yeah, like we liked the Van Morrisons and things like that. We thought about naming him Donovan and calling him Van, but then we were like, we just like Van. So we named him Van.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, so it's also a good thing you said he's very destructive. He's like because you've been doing a lot of home remodeling, and then and you guys have been doing big time home remodeling to a point where it's very convenient that your in-laws live in town too.
Yeah, we're staying with my in-laws. Well, we had some folks replace like the floors in our house, but I like to do a lot of the work myself. I did our kitchen. I've done some showers. Just yesterday, actually, I was telling Carrie I was tiling a shower in my basement that needed done. I only got halfway done. I still need to work on the other side. But yeah, I should put Van to work on the demo crew because he loves to smash, and sometimes we need a little more finesse on the demolition than he would provide. But yes, it is. It's also crazy doing the DIY projects with these kids running around. Yesterday, Hayes was coming in, and when you lay tile, you have to put the mud, the thin set on the wall and everything, and that looked like a lot of fun to a kid. So she was helping me scoop these big things of mud and put it on the tiles and on the wall. So she was having a blast doing it too. So it's become a family affair renovating our house.
I love it. My husband and I did that too when he was in construction, and when we met, we drywalled everything. We made the basement and the attic into our master bedroom. So we really did our dating was working on the house. We'd get a bottle of wine and a pizza on a Friday and Saturday night, and then we'd drywall, and sometimes the next day wake up and go, maybe it looked better when we started.
And you can learn a lot about yourself doing a project and about your partner, right? You come across some, it's good training. Everyone should do that for like relationship therapy or something. But it's because you get in fights, like it's not fitting, I did the measurements, I don't know why.
Right.
But yeah, we bought a house that we knew needed a lot of work because we wanted to make it our own and put our own touch on it, and we've loved doing it. It gets harder with the more kids, but you're right, it's so fun to do. And
well, we put our kids to work. I have great memories of them helping us paint a wall, and maybe we had to repaint over it.
Right, sure.
But at least let them start.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
They love seeing you work and understanding
too. Take some ownership of it. They like the project and watch it too. Then.
Yeah. So then you can teach your kids. See, we worked so hard on this that it's special.
Yeah.
And don't destroy it.
Right. Yeah. That's the hard part. Now that it's done, don't go grabbing and pulling and slamming the shower door and everything. We're still working on that one.
So cute. Well, it's great to see how your family has blossomed here in the last 5 years. And
it's wild now that my daughter's turning 5, and we were just telling her, like, you were just a baby. She really was cracking up at the idea that like it was the blink of an eye, and now she's a big kid. And she thought that was so funny because to her, it's been 5 years and it's been slow. It's her whole life.
Isn't that crazy?
But it's wild to see like the family grow and how they grow up, and it's very cool.
Well, and your little Carson, Carrie, is right in the middle of those.
Yeah.
Well, he's 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2.5. So.
Does he destroy still?
Oh gosh. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. Very destructive.
My parenting advice: get a lot of duct tape and crazy glue, because I said everything in my house has been crazy glued.
Oh,
at least once.
Yeah.
With
you
dogs
need it,
and kids.
I had a hot glue gun out yesterday fixing a toy that we broke, but you know what?
He's wanting to just climb everything.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Climb over the couch and climb like.
That's great. Van has been doing this thing. He gets like, we call him like little baby rage boy. Like if we like take something or tell him no, he'll Van, if you're watching this one day, we love it. It's very cute. But he'll like take a couple steps and so mad, and he'll jump and do a butt slam and go. Yeah. So,
do you watch WWE?
I know. I don't know where it came from. Yeah. I also do that when I get mad. But no. Yeah. But it's so cute. But he's like getting a little personality when you tell him no.
It is so cute to see those little kiddos. Yeah. Carrie sent me a video was it yesterday or Saturday night?
Saturday, yeah.
Little Carson saying my name, which I can't
believe
believe
it. Yeah. Like, say hi to Stephanie.
Oh, that's so cute.
So cute. He said Stephanie, like so cute. I watched it like 8 times because they're just enjoy.
It's the best. I know. I tell when I like friends of mine have a baby on the way. It's like becoming a dad is one of the few things in life that lives up to the hype. Like it really is this monumental thing that changes your perspective and how you view things. And it's been so great. I love it. Yeah.
Ready for more?
We're in negotiations. We're discussing. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
didn't know that.
Oh well, I mean, it's nothing official here. We're just we're
Breaking
talking about
news.
it. We go back and forth on it.
You
know?
heard it here first.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Carrie, how about you? Let's just put y'all on
No,
the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. Let's turn that
no,
camera around.
I'm much older than Joe.
Well,
Well, that's okay.
come on. If I'm having one, you're having one. Let's do it.
We're good.
Wait,
We're good.
Carrie, do you remember the one time I was doing a story, an interview with a guy, and he had just started a new book, and during commercial break on the morning show, he was sharing with me that I said, oh, I haven't seen you in a couple years. How is everything? He goes, great. He goes, we're expecting a new baby too. So then we come out. I'm like, that's awesome. We come out and do the segment right away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, such an exciting time for you. New book, new baby. And he goes, oh, my wife and I haven't told anyone yet.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well that's
it's on live TV.
That's not your fault. You were not told that ahead of time.
No, he did not tell me that. I was
Right.
going to say that.
Oh man.
So some of my coworkers here tease me that I'm great for giving people's official announcements
right.
live
Yeah.
on TV.
Hey, what better way to
I
tell
was
the
gonna
world
say
than
though,
put it
how
on TV?
memorable is that for that
Yeah, now they have
that
the
family
story.
though? Like,
See, that could be their birth announcement, right?
I was gonna say gender reveal. You do it all.
Tune into Fox 8. Yeah, right. Jack of all trades.
I just remember I wanted to melt during that interview, and I could just see his face, and he was like,
Oh
yeah,
my
we didn't
gosh,
tell people.
yeah.
I'm like,
I'm so
oh
sorry.
my gosh, I felt horrible.
Yeah. My
But it was
dad
funny.
has a history of blowing secrets like that, so we had to be very careful of when we told my dad and how we told him, but we had to tell him last because we knew he would be like, to my brother or sister, did you hear? Joey is gonna. Yeah.
Is that accidental or is it just he can't?
He
hold
claims
it?
it's accidental, but I think he likes the fun of knowing the secret. You know,
Oh, and
sharing
being
it
the,
all.
yeah.
Right.
I get too excited. Even my kids say, Mom, we can't tell you stuff. Because then I just get so excited. I want to share.
I know.
When I know it needs to be kept a secret, I know when I need
Especially
to
when it's good news like that. It's so exciting to tell everybody.
All right, we're going to take a short break. There is much more with Joe Toohey in the house. Don't go away. Welcome back to Fox 8 Extra. I'm Stefani Schaefer, and having a blast with Joe Toohey. It's so great to have you here. We've
I
had
love
a fun
being
conversation.
here. This is great.
So one thing I did not know about you, which makes me love you more, you love birds too, and a bird enthusiast. So that is something we both share, and
Oh,
I
nice.
need to talk to you about this.
Yeah, this is a recent development for me. I'm
Okay,
a
good.
late comer to the bird game.
Good.
My wife got me a smart bird feeder, like the Bird Buddy. I don't know if anyone has the Bird Buddy. It's awesome. I have it in the backyard. I'm identifying birds left and right.
And you
It's
have the
so
app on
fun.
your phone.
I have the app,
I
yeah.
bought it too, but I've not hooked mine up yet.
Oh my gosh, it's great. It's so cool. And like it really helps you appreciate like the wide variety of like species and cool birds that we have. That we have like there's woods in our backyard, so we get a ton of like the red-bellied woodpeckers and all these cool things that come to the feeder. And it was a whole world. I compare it to like like in a movie, someone's walking through the jungle and like peers open that sees a whole city behind the leaves. It's like I had no idea this birding world existed, and now I'm in. I love it.
It's great.
Yeah.
You're all in, and it's wild. A lot of people think that we grow up hearing that all birds fly south for the
Yeah,
winter,
right.
but they don't.
Right.
There are so many birds that stay here
Right,
in
the
area.
we get a lot of cardinals. I love the
Blue
cardinals.
jays and cardinals,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, the cardinals show off in the winter. They love to
Yeah.
like, hey, look at me, I'm bright red in the snow, and they like having everyone look at them. My mother, I should say, my mother-in-law too, big bird person, and she's been a big help in helping. I'll text her because sometimes the Bird Buddy can't identify it, and so I'll send her a screenshot. What bird is this? And she always has. She has the books
knows.
and everything.
Oh, okay, I was going to
yeah, so,
ask you
yeah.
if you have a book, a guide.
She got me one for Christmas, so now I have a guide too. Yeah, I'm in this.
It's
bird
really
thing, yeah.
awesome. Well, I am still nursing a torn labrum on my left leg because in January, I went out and I was paying attention to our weather folks, knowing that there was an ice storm coming, but it had started Saturday morning, so I knew I needed to get all my feeders, which I have all over the house, and I call it kitty TV and dog TV.
Oh,
so
right,
that I
yeah,
have
they love
like
it.
all the windows, so then the animals go crazy because the squirrels and chipmunks come too, and
Yes,
other
yes.
critters too. So it was starting to the ice storm on a Saturday morning, so I'm like, I put the dogs out real quick to go potty, and I went out there, and I looked like a cartoon character. I knew there was ice, so I had boots on, and but I was walking kind of gingerly and real carefully, and I just went up in the air, like arms flaring, bam, on the left side. So shoulder injury, torn labrum here. It lasted 4 months. But those birds got their food.
That's what matters.
Yes, like
you're like an NFL player. Like you got injured feeding the birds. You're like, got injured in the third quarter replacing a feeder.
It's very embarrassing to tell people, and even the
craft.
doctors when he ordered the MRI, he's like, "How did you do this again?" Torn labrum. He's like, "That's pretty serious."
Yeah, like I needed to get that suet out there. Otherwise, the woodpeckers wouldn't have it. Yeah.
How are those birds going to eat in a 2-day snow and ice storm?
That is great. That's commitment. And it's funny. The dog and cat TV is great.
Yeah.
I've taught my kids too. I've taught my daughter to when she sees the squirrel out there, she runs out on the deck and says, "Hey, you squirrel!" and claps her hands, and she's the official squirrel scarer.
Oh, she
so
is.
they don't eat all the food. Yeah.
That's so cute. They can kind of bully things around,
Yeah, and no matter what you do, they find a way to get up there. Like I've tried all the the things to block them. They'll find a way.
They will. I get raccoons and possums.
Yeah, we get raccoons too, and the deer. Sometimes I'll get a deer up there with sticking its snout in. You get it on the bird buddy too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
That's
Wait,
what
I have to
think
tell
is-
the story. So my mom has one of these cameras.
Yeah.
And there was this one little bird that I don't even know what kind it was, but it would come every day. And she was like, "Oh, this one's my little friend." Caught it on camera with a hawk.
Oh no!
Knocked the whole camera down.
Oh,
took her
man.
little friend.
No.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, it's wildlife,
Hey, that's
man.
nature.
Yeah.
Nature's metal.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
And some of the
Like, and it's
birds.
on camera. I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of the birds, like the house sparrows, I think, my mother-in-law calls them the murder birds. They'll go in and knock nests out of other birds and knock the eggs out and some of the birds are not nice to the other birds.
I know.
in the
Now,
bird kingdom.
speaking of the sparrow thing, I have the little mud sparrows that come every year,
yeah.
and they'll build the little mud thing, and they are. That's when I think I really got into this bird thing, 7 years ago,
Oh yeah.
because there'll be 6 birds that will all help build that mud nest.
Yeah.
And then they do that with the babies and flying lessons and stuff too, which is amazing.
It's so cool to watch.
It's a beautiful thing to see. It's not just the mother bird and it's the mate, but then it's their I don't know if they're the in-laws
Right, yeah.
or what, but it's really fascinating. And then they fly far, far away. I want to say maybe even as far to the West Indies or something like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
and then they come back and they say they
It's
will come back to the same house, the same nest. So I leave it up.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's
There's
fascinating.
so much we can learn. Even like stealth fighters model the peregrine falcon. We learn a lot from nature. We have a robin's nest right now that we're very excited about that
Wait,
we're
you do?
watching every day that the kids really like. And also the hummingbirds are coming back too. I just put out the hummingbird feeder.
So what do you put? Do you do the sugar water in there?
Yeah, we made 4 parts to 1 part, 4
Yes.
parts water, 1 part sugar. Yeah.
I used to do that, and it would be by the patio door until that attracted bumblebees. Then you can't, and bees. Then you can't walk out. So my advice is locate that far away from where people will be walking because the bees.
Yeah, and actually, they're the best. They're so cool.
Sweet. And they move so fast.
They make now they have the smart hummingbird feeders you can get, similar to the bird bite. They make ones just for hummingbirds that do slow-mo video, and you can.
Oh
see
my
their
gosh,
wings. I don't have one of
that's
those,
cool.
but they
I had
look
no
cool.
idea.
I feel like that's in your
if
future.
anyone's looking for a present, yeah.
Well, Joe Toohey, you are a bird enthusiast.
Yeah, right,
Wow. I love that. We have time for no stories, but we.
Sorry.
Shit,
And another thing about hawks.
No, I think like you said, you said it's a whole new world that if
Right.
if it's something that you're not interested in, but it just opens you up really.
Right,
to
yeah.
a
And
whole
we're
world.
at our houses every day and looking out and see this whole natural world around us. It's just cool. It's cool to know your neighbors.
It is
in a
really
different
cool.
way, yeah.
So years ago, before they had the smart ones, I had the little white, plexiglass ones that I would put on the window. So then Marco and Polo, my kitty cats, that was kitty
yeah.
TV because they could be right there.
Yes. I'd lose it.
2 giant rats came. And then they would hang out in there. So I was like, I didn't want to attract that.
Yeah, let's get that out.
So that had to come out. And then the
Yeah.
bird feeders are now higher. Because
Yeah.
I love the critter. I feed the squirrels and chipmunks too, because
yeah.
that's doggy TV.
Oh, yeah. My wife we had a mom and baby raccoons, and my wife would leave food
cute.
out at night so
Yes.
the baby raccoons could eat.
Yeah.
We haven't seen them in a while.
I once,
They're very cute.
are.
Yeah, they are very cute.
And the big
They are
ones are too.
so-
They sit there and eat their food like little sandwiches. They just
Yeah.
sit there. And,
Yeah, they are. I like
I swear
raccoons,
they're
too,
like,
yeah.
"Thank you, lady, for
Yeah.
feeding us again."
Right, yeah. They appreciate it. Right.
They're so cute. All right, well, we're going to take a short break, but there's more to come. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for one of my favorite parts. It's your extra dose of happiness. This one comes from Ohio, from Cincinnati, a little boy who loves his hot dogs. Watch.
HOTDOGS, you're not hungry, I'll eat the rest. Hot dogs are the stinking mess. HOTDOGS, HOTDOGS, hot dogs are the stinking mess.
Okay, this little guy is the cutest. He goes by Harvey Hoops, and he is Hot Dog Harv, his other name, singing his version of Chapel Roan's Hot to Go. His is hot dogs for his school's talent show. The video went viral with well over 1 million views. He even got to perform it at a Cincinnati Cyclones game. And what I love too is if you see Chapel Roan sing this song, Hot to Go, like the whole audience does it.
Right.
He is in a school, and his whole hot audience
Yeah.
was going to town. His friends.
No disrespect to the other acts there. I hope he won the talent show because that's awesome.
He's adorable, right?
Yeah, that's great. I love
We got to
that.
get him up for a Guardians game.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So cute on hot dog night.
Yeah.
Dollar
Yeah.
dog night. We got to do it.
Oh, absolutely,
We got book
yeah.
that, and then we'll get him in Fox 8 to bring the hot dogs.
100%. Do the whole day. Whole hot dog day here in Cleveland. Why not?
All right, before we go, I always like to ask my guests, because I think it's important to reflect on the things that make you happy, because there's so many great blessings that sometimes you don't think about. What are 3 things that make you the most happy?
All right. Definitely my family, my kids, my wife. I love being at home with my family and playing.
that's awesome.
The birds. Honestly, I love the birds. And could it be anything?
Anything, big or small.
Big or small. Yeah, I love doing projects. I love like making things. I like we talked about the home renovation stuff, like having something tangible at the end. Like, oh, I built this shower. I did that. That makes me happy.
So you were working on the shower this weekend.
Yes.
What is are you finished with that project? Or
No,
what
I
are you
only got
thinking of?
halfway done because my helpers got a little distracted.
Yes,
with the
because they're
kids.
5 and 1.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I got to do the other half. That's the next, and then it's a whole thing. I install the door, paint the walls. So I'm working on that. It's a basement bathroom that's unfinished, so I'm working on that.
Good for you. Do you get your inspiration from books, or do you like YouTube?
A lot of YouTube University on how to do. There's so many great like professionals, pros in the trades that have YouTube channels that teach you how to do things the right way. Doesn't mean I'm doing them the right way. I'm attempting to do them the right way. Yeah, but that's how I learn. And then my wife, Kirsten, she's the chief design officer. So I'm following orders here. I'm not
she's
designing.
CDO.
I'm just exactly.
Like that.
I'm just the builder here. Yeah.
But when you stayed with your in-laws while your house was being renovated, did
Yeah.
they put you to work?
I did. There was a light bulb I had to change, and some plants and stuff. That's the other thing we didn't talk about. Birds and plants they're kind of up
Me
there, like
too,
house
Joe.
plants. I've gotten into house, but I think it's like when you hit a certain age, these
I
things
agree.
just become you fall.
Yes,
in
but
love
it
with
happened
them.
much later for me.
Oh, yeah,
You're
well,
still
yeah.
running around with little kids.
Yeah, well, I'm way less cool.
It has been a pleasure. Next time you come, we have to talk about plants.
Definitely, yeah. That's in our second half hour.
It's been great having you
Likewise,
here. Tell
thanks
your
for having
family
me.
hello.
Will do.
All right, we're going to let you off the hook. You're allowed to leave finally.
Deal.
Thank you so much for being with us for Fox 8 Extra. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.